What's up, everybody? Brent Bean here. Thanks for the feedback from everyone. It was awesome. You guys all supported me, and I figured let's go ahead and kick this thing off. So here we go. We're going to cover some college hockey today, college football, NHL's coming back, MLB, and I just have a lot in store, so let's get this thing going. First off, college hockey. Icebreaker tournament was this weekend. It was Air Force, Ohio State, Denver, Boston College. We're going to go straight through the top 20. I'm going to tell you team and their games that they played this last weekend. So number 1, North Dakota started off 2-0, defeated Canisius 6-0 and 4-1. BU, Boston University, defeated Colgate Saturday 6-1. Quinnipiac tied Northeastern on Friday, won on Saturday 5-2. Duluth tied UMass Lowell, number 8, 4-4 and 1-1 over the weekend. Notre Dame, number 5, defeated Arizona State 9-2 with the line brawl at the very end of the game after a huge hit, and then beat Arizona State again 4-2 on Saturday. Boston College was in the Icebreaker tournament. They were upset by unranked Air Force 2-1 on Friday night, and then went on to win the consolation game Saturday night over Denver 3-1. St. Cloud State, number 7, did not play any games this weekend. UMass Lowell, as you just heard, tied Duluth 4-4 and 1-1. Minnesota, ranked number 9, defeated Alaska Anchorage 6-0 and beat Alaska 6-3 this weekend. Denver, part of the Icebreaker tournament, was upset by unranked Ohio State 3-2 on Friday, and then lost in the consolation, like I just said, to BC 3-1. Number 11, Providence comes in at having defeated Miami on Friday. However, they lost to Miami on Saturday 2-1. Harvard had no games this weekend because they're an Ivy League team. They did play an exhibition game against the under-18 USA team, and they won 5-2. Michigan comes in at number 13. They were upset by unranked Union 4-3. However, they came back Saturday to win 4-0. Minnesota State, Mankato, Purple Mavs come in at 14. They swept Michigan Tech, number 17 right now, 3-1 and 4-0. 15, St. Lawrence. They were upset by unranked Penn State 4-2, but then beat them on Saturday 6-3. Northeastern comes in at number 16. They tied number 3 Quinnipiac right now 2-2 on Friday. However, they lost on Saturday 5-2. Yale has no games, coming in at 17. Air Force, number 18. They were the Icebreaker Tournament champions. They upset number 6, Boston College, and then beat Ohio State in a tie to win the Icebreaker Tournament, coming in at 18. 19, Ohio State. They upset number 10, Denver 3-2 in the Icebreaker Tournament. However, they lost to Air Force in a tie. But I believe they did play a shootout, and they won the shootout. They lost the shootout. Air Force won the shootout. And number 20, Bowling Green. They were upset and swept by Bemidji State, 2-1 and 4-1 this weekend. Some of the notables, NCHC foe of the Omaha Mavericks, where I'm from, go Mavs. They upset previously number 20 Ferris State on the road this weekend. That was a big upset. And as I just said, another notable outcome for the hometown Omaha Mavericks. They lost their exhibition this week 3-2 to the University of Alberta, who had come in already playing 8 games. However, they are receiving votes in the USCHO poll and the USA Today poll that just came out recently. They will play Alaska Anchorage and Alaska Fairbanks next Friday and Saturday as part of the Alaska Gold Rush tournament. Which should be interesting. From little insider, they are leaving on Thursday, I believe. No, Wednesday. They're leaving Wednesday to go up to Alaska. It's going to be a long trip. Good luck, boys. Little insight, Alaska defeated Anchorage 4-1 on Saturday, and then lost to number 9 Minnesota 6-3 on Sunday. They played a Saturday-Sunday series up there this weekend. All of that from the USCHO website. More coming up next. On to college football. What a crazy weekend in college football it was. Some big upsets, some really good games. Let's get to it. Same thing. Gonna go through the rankings 1 to 25 as quickly as possible. Going to tell you the team, what they did last week, what they do next week. Number 1 Alabama 6-0. They defeated number 16 Arkansas 49-30. They play at number 9 Tennessee next week, this upcoming week. Ohio State coming in number 2. They defeated Indiana 38-17 last weekend. Clemson, they are number 3. They defeated Boston College 56-10 this last weekend. They play NC State this weekend. Michigan, number 4, they defeated Rutgers 78-0. An interesting story about that. There's a diner of some sort in Michigan that offered a discount for as many points that Michigan beat Rutgers. Their example was Michigan would beat Rutgers by 20 points. They beat them by 78, and last I checked, they are going to go on with the deal. They're allowing 78% off steaks, I believe, which is crazy. That's a big discount. Rutgers has not had a very good couple weeks. They lost 78-0 to Michigan this last weekend. I believe the weekend before that was 58-0 or something like that to Ohio State. Not a good couple weeks in Rutgers. Washington coming in at number 5. They defeated Oregon 70-21. Let's see. Texas A&M defeated number 9 Tennessee 45-38 in a shootout, double overtime. It was a crazy game. I didn't get to watch it, but I watched the highlights. It looked like it was hype. Number 7 had no game. Louisville, they play host to Duke this weekend. Number 8, Wisconsin, also did not play this weekend. They play host to Ohio State, number 2, this weekend. I will be in Madison on Saturday. It's going to be crazy. I'm luckily just driving through, but I will not be going to the game, but it's going to be crazy. Looking forward to that. Number 9, Tennessee, as I just said, they lost to Texas A&M. They play host to number 1, Alabama this weekend. That'll be a crazy game. Hometown, Nebraska, they had no game this weekend. Finally cracking the top 10. Let's see if that gives them some momentum. They play at Indiana this weekend. Baylor had no game. They're 5-0. They play host to Kansas this weekend. Ole Miss are 3-2, ranked number 12. They had no game this weekend. They play at number 22 Arkansas this weekend. Here we go, number 13. Houston was upset by now number 25 Navy, 46-40. And what is the biggest upset Navy has ever had in their history. Navy was unranked. They are now 25th right now. Houston dropped quite a bit. They dropped 7 spots. They play host to Tulsa. Houston does this weekend. Number 14, Florida State, 4-2 right now. They upset number 16 now, Miami, 20-19 on a blocked extra point with like a minute 45 to go. That was crazy. They play host to Wake Forest this weekend. Boise State 5-0. They defeated New Mexico 49-21, and they play host Colorado State this weekend. Miami, as I just said, they lost to Florida State. They play host to North Carolina this weekend. Virginia Tech with a huge win over now unranked North Carolina, 34-3. They are in Syracuse this weekend. Florida, controversial game postponement. They thought Hurricane Matthew was going to be a problem. Turns out it was a beautiful day in Florida, as far as I know. All the players were like, why aren't we playing? So that'll be interesting. As far as I know, the game will be made up. But because Tennessee lost, they're now wondering, do we really need to play the game? What I saw in an article was that they're going to try to get those two teams to play one weekend here coming up. It's not this weekend. I believe it's sometime next month where they're both playing FCS schools, and they're going to try to get Florida and LSU to play that day, and then have the teams they were supposed to play against each other, but then they'll televise that game on the SEC network to get them out there, to get their name out there, to get them the recognition that they would have gotten if they would have played LSU and Florida respectively. Not sure if that's going to happen. Just saw it in an article. So that'll be interesting. Number 19, Oklahoma. They beat Texas in the Red River rivalry, 45-40. They play host to Kansas State this weekend. West Virginia had no game. They're 4-0, coming in at number 20. They play at Texas Tech this upcoming weekend. Utah, number 21. They defeated Arizona 36-23. They are in Oregon State this weekend. 22, Arkansas. As I said before, they lost to number 1, Alabama. They play host to number 12, Ole Miss this weekend. Auburn, number 23. They had no game this week. They had no game last week, and they have no game this week. Double bye week for them. Number 24, Western Michigan, who is 6-0 right now. They had no game last weekend. They will play in Akron this weekend. And Navy, number 25, they're 4-1. As I said earlier, they upset now number 13, Houston, 46-40. They are at Eastern Carolina this weekend. Dropping out of the standings was Stanford, who took a tremendous loss to Washington State this weekend, 42-16. In what Washington State, great team. Stanford has seriously lost some swagger this year. Christian McCaffrey was out for a while, and the game never came back. He was on the sideline, but he didn't come back to play. Something about Stanford has gone terribly wrong. North Carolina dropped out after losing, and Colorado lost 21-17 to USC. They dropped out after being previously ranked. As I said before, I am from Omaha, Nebraska, but everyone in Nebraska should be a Huskers fan. So this week, the Huskers take on Indiana as the number 10 team in the nation. That should give them some motivation, kind of push through the rest of the season. They have a tough couple games coming up. They play at Indiana this week, Purdue next week at home, and then they have probably the two toughest games on their schedule this year, at Wisconsin, at Ohio State. That should be a fun couple games, hopefully, to watch as a Nebraska fan. In the NFL, Tom Brady came back, and the Vikings are the only undefeated team left. Next up, NHL. This comes back on Wednesday. I am so excited. Hockey is my favorite. I'm an Anaheim Ducks fan. I just cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. Games included on Wednesday. There's 4 games on Wednesday. Maple Leafs at the Senators, the Blues at the Blackhawks on NBCSN, Flames at the Oilers, and the Kings at the Sharks. A nice California start off there, and that'll be on NBCSN. So that should be fun. It should be a good few games on Wednesday Night Rivalry. It'll be a cool awesome. Little article I found on SBNation.com. I was looking through Facebook on Saturday. I saw this one come up. I didn't get to watch game day this weekend, but I did see that the Chainsmokers were the guest picker, who usually goes to, kind of like a sports figure, someone big in the media right now. And this week it was the Chainsmokers. Now, me and you probably know who the Chainsmokers are. They're a band. They just came out with a new song, kind of just came out. It's called Closer. Look it up. It's fairly popular right now. However, they did not get a very good reaction on game day. This is what makes my major fun, is that I get to see these kinds of articles and I get to just laugh, because this is a major marketing screw up. So, like I said, you and me, we know who the Chainsmokers are, most of you. However, the feedback and backlash from Twitter from game day fans was hilarious, because many of the college football fans that watch game day probably don't listen to that kind of music. And so they were all, here's some tweets that I found from the SB Nation article. I'll put the link down below. I'm still trying to figure out who the heck is Chainsmokers. Sweet, the Chainsmokers are on college game day. Who are they? Who in the Oli F are the Chainsmokers? This makes me laugh, because the college game day reps are trying to appeal to their audience they obviously don't know who their audience is, because if they would have known, they would have picked someone that their audience would know. And I'm sure they probably don't know that most college football fans don't follow like this pop band, who the song is mostly geared towards, I guess, younger, like millennials, like mid-20s and below. And most people who are up at Saturday at like 8:30 to watch game day are not is not that market. So it just it made me laugh because no one knew who the Chainsmokers were. So everyone was just like, why are they on game day? Why are they picking? So that just made me laugh. I wanted to share that one with you guys. Hopefully I'll find some other videos every weekend to share with you guys that either make me laugh or that make you look at things differently. It's a lot of fun. So there's that article. On to the next. Lastly, on this episode, we have the MLB. Toronto swept the Rangers this weekend. They are going on to the ALCS. They are waiting on Cleveland and Boston. Cleveland, 1 win away from the ALCS. That is crazy. Boston, who are probably the favorites, Big Papi, last season, when asked if they were upset about how the series is going, they go, we have no reason not to be. So let's see if they have some fire. They play tonight, Monday, let's see, at 5 p.m. Central. Cleveland is in Boston. Nationals and Dodgers. The only series in which both teams have won a game, that's 1-1 right now. They play at 3 o'clock Central, which that game probably has already started by the time this video comes out. So that'll be fun. They are in LA tonight, and the Cubbies wave that W. They are 1 win away from the NLCS. That is crazy. I really want to see them go all the way. They had the tools to do it. They play tonight at 8:30 Central Time. That'll be crazy. That's the end. There you have it. That's it. That's all I have this week. If there's anything I missed, let me know. There's a couple sports I'm thinking about adding. A couple sports I'm thinking about taking away. Just to kind of speed things up. Keep this as quick as possible so that you guys don't have to watch a 20-minute video every weekend about what happened in the world of sports, especially if you guys already know what happened. So, couple things. I'm thinking about setting up a GoFundMe account. Maybe get me a new microphone so that the audio can be better, so you guys can hear me better. Maybe a new camera, so I can have a little bit better quality. Or maybe a cool new backdrop. If you guys want to, go ahead. That should be set up sometime this week, and I'll definitely post about that. You guys don't have to, obviously, give to that. Completely volunteer. Don't feel obligated. Please. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube account, it's really easy to set up. All you have to do is have a Google account. Set it up. Hit that subscribe button. That way you guys can watch this. There should be somehow you can set up notifications so that whenever I post something, you get a notification on your phone and an email. That way you guys know that I posted something. Looks like videos are going to be up every Monday. Oh, excuse me. Videos up on Monday. It looks like if there's anything big that comes up, I will try to get a video out as soon as possible. And that is all dependent on what kind of news it is. But yeah, that's it. Hit that subscribe button. Help me out if you want. I'm also looking for a new name, not a new name, but a name for the channel. I have a couple ideas of my own, but it would be so cool if you guys could help me out with that. Obviously, as I keep putting videos out, it'll be easier to kind of grasp what the channel is about. It'd be easier to pick a name, but it'd be so cool if you guys wanted to help. Put that in the comments below. Put it on my Facebook page, Twitter page, whatever. I'll put those links down below to my Facebook and Twitter. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.